So friends, I will quote this example of delaying this video by 2 days as a necessary compromise which we do in our daily life between necessities and possibilities. So unfortunately I was busy and I couldn't I couldn't get time to think about this video and pass on the message. But then finally I thought that before I leave to office today, I should make this video and share this dilemma with you, and maybe that is how I communicate the message. So first, why did I need to go to office and not pursue the possibility of making this video? So come to the necessity part of it. As we all know that I need to go to office to earn some money for my survival, to pay for my daughter fees, to have good food, and to basically have some surplus for any day. But come to think of it, why is it that only man, the Homo sapiens, has to worry about it? Why others animals do not think about it? So they say that four things which where we and animals share in common. So that is sleep, food, ahar, nidra, bhai, fear, and last one is methun, that is the sexual urges. So there are four basic needs which we share with animals, but in addition to those four needs, we have an additional virtue of thinking, and that the thinking also needs something to mull upon. Our mind also need the whole viveka, the whole idea of having wisdom of thinking. We also need something for that, and that is called dharma for us. So coming back to the topic of need, if I really had to ascertain whether I should go to the office or should I pursue this video and pursue the possibility of making a community of like-minded people to live together and to catalyze social action, I really had to sacrifice, and I admitted that I was in favor of pursuing necessity for last 2 days because I do consulting, and I thought that it's a random opportunity of making 2 days consulting fees, so let me pursue this possibility. But in reality, come to think of it, I think the first mistake which I did, that I did not ascertain of how much I need. I think that's a bigger problem. So to hit a six, what do we need the most? A good batter, or a good ball, or good quality of bat, or 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 a boundary line? I mean, if we don't have a boundary line, then none of it matters, because to hit a six you need a boundary line. So that is the biggest mistake I think we do in our life. We keep on doing things without thinking. We keep on accumulate stuff without thinking of how do we qualify success on all those criteria of meeting needs. So that is why we are not able to hit six, because there's no target for most of the things we pursue in terms of money, fame, success, power, relationships. Just because we don't have any boundary there to qualify our success of meeting a necessity or not, we are flowing incessantly and creating tension for ourselves. So that's a message number one, that we need to take a pause and ascertain some goals, some very concrete goals on how much we need in terms of our life goals, like money, security, health, relationships, fame, power, and all those things. And then only we can feel happy and have our base to start pursuing possibility. And the second thing is, when we pursue necessity, and if there's some delay, because we are not the only one who can influence the outcome of our action to meet a necessity. If there's some delay, if there's some sort of indirect way, something which is not happening according to our desire, there are four basic emotions which we feel: the emotion of anger, the emotion of greed, the emotion of ego, if we are able to meet the need, and this last is the maya, this whole act of showcasing ourselves different from what we are internally. So because of these four issues, it again makes us confused, and it again sort of bind us to do and pursue the necessity more and more and more. So just because we are not sure how much we need, and second thing, just because in that path of meeting our needs, we are not able to we have to face these emotions of love, man, maya, krodh, that is greed, ego, illusionary. I mean, a sort of a sort of unnatural way of acting, that is maya, and and anger. So we again start to ride that cycle of toward meeting the necessities, and then I think if we are able to crack this code of how much we need and how should we pursue those needs, I think if we are very certain about those things, we have a bigger possibility of exploring our possibilities. I was hearing Deepak. That guy Deepak Chopra. So once somebody asked him, "What is the goal of spirituality for you?" And he said that goal of spirituality for me is to get astonished and bewildered. So what he was essentially saying, that how come when we were kid, we were astonished by every single thing we were seeing, and now just because we are so incessantly flowing in our in this whole idea of meeting necessities, that we have stopped feeling astonished. We have stopped feeling the sense of wow by seeing the almighty nature all around. So I think that is how he positioned the goal of spirituality. And I think since yesterday after I heard him, I also think I have a goal now. So I should. So for me, the short-term possibility is to make this video. The medium-term possibility is to make a community of like-minded people, and the longest-term possibility is to feel astonished, bewildered, and amazed by everything I happen to see. So with that thought of I would request you to think about your possibilities, and to meet that one single possibility in a short term or medium term or in a long term. I mean, you can have one different in all these three category. Why don't you identify 3 or 4 necessities which you can stop thinking right now? I mean, if you think that you have enough money to survive this lifetime, why don't you just stop thinking money now and let it come the way it has been coming, but start following some other possibilities. If you have been happy with all the fame you had in your life, and you don't feel that you are the incremental utility of that fame, and the feeling you derived from that fame, if that stopped making sense for you, why don't you just put it in the last and start following some possibility instead of pursuing that unnecessary need? So basically what I'm trying to say, identify few needs, necessities which you are pursuing, but which have stopped making sense to you. You just don't enjoy those necessities. Just stop it. Just take a pause, think about it, and appreciate that you don't need to pursue those things anymore. And instead of those necessities, please start following one possibility. So with this thought, bye bye. I need to go to office to meet some necessities. Sorry about it, but I commit to myself that I will try not to delay the next session. Thank you very much.